A very good day to you, Nigerians and non-Nigerians alike, who are listening to me. I'm glad you have joined me again on Gist Villa. Now, I will start not with politics this time around, but with matters of human rights activism. Aisha Yesufu, you know her, a fearless activist prominent for her co-founding the Bring Back Our Girls movement that advocated for the release of Chibok schoolgirls kidnapped by the senseless Boko Haram. Aisha was also a notable figure in the NSAS movement as well as the Obedient movement. Today, Aisha took to her social media calling for the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Yesufu also criticized Ohaneze Ndibo, a prominent Igbo social-cultural organization, for asking President Muhammadu Buhari, the President Tinubu, to grant Kanu a state pardon. He argued that state pardon is only applicable to individuals who have been convicted, and since Kanu has yet to be convicted, it is unnecessary. Let's have a look.
I agree with the way I do my own thing, which is a normal thing in life. But justice is justice. Injustice is injustice. What has he done? Other than he said he wants to leave Nigeria. You understand? How do you arrest somebody because he said, oh, his people no longer want to be part of Nigeria? Then why don't you do a referendum? So he hasn't done any kind. So which pardon is anybody asking for? Why do we allow, this is the thing I hate so much about, when Nigeria, let it be, let it go, let it just be. No, there's nothing like let something go. What is right, what is wrong, and things have to be done the right way. When you're asking Tinubu to come and pardon him now, what crime did he commit? What was he convicted of that you are now asking for a pardon? All the time in Nigeria, they will say, let it be now, let it go. Election happened in this country. Election was rigged. We are demanding that, election that was rigged. People, what were people saying? Let it go. Let it be. Election has already passed. Now see, they are rigging more election. They are rigging it broad daylight. They are doing it. This is how you enable nonsense. This is how you enable bad behavior. This is how you now make it a norm. You normalize when injustice is done to someone, then you are not coming to tell the person that, just forgive him. Forgive him for what? What did he do that he's been forgiven for? Even the last time the judge rescued herself from the case, some of the judges have said the Nigerian government should let him go. Why are you asking for a political pardon for someone who hasn't done anything wrong? What did he do wrong? Yes, my people said they don't want to be part of Nigeria again. We want IPOB. Fine and good. All you need to do, why don't we have a referendum? But let me not even get over myself. Let me come back, to the statement. I totally am in support of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. The appeal has been...
Now, one truth I derive from her speech is the concept of state pardon. Sometimes we use terms at will without making efforts to understand their legal meanings. On this note, let's bring up Section 175, subsection 1A of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended. It says, and I quote, "The President may grant any person concerned with or convicted of any offense created by an act of National Assembly a pardon, either free or subject to lawful conditions." Now, what this means is that Kanu is still under trial. So to use this term, state pardon, on him is deceitful and misleading. So Aisha is right. Well, next, it is said that the education of tomorrow's leaders begins today. In Enugu State, Nigeria, a beacon of hope has emerged for quality education, courtesy of Governor Peter Mbah's leadership. The Smart Green School, located in Owo campus, stands as a shining example of innovation and commitment to the future of Nigerian children. This revolutionary institution offers free education to all, bridging the gap between the social-economic disparities and access to knowledge. But why is it called Smart School? Divine Chidima tells us more on this.
This school is so big. Oh my God, I was so overwhelmed by the space. And this school was built by His Excellency Governor Peter Ndubisi. And the most amazing thing about this smart school is that it is free for all the children. God indeed bless our governor, His Excellency Peter Ndubisi. I will take you guys around the school and then we'll see how it looks like. These are the designs around the environment. So beautiful. I mean, every child deserves a very serene, beautiful environment like this for a good education. Guys, it's not even about the structure. The content of the school is really mind-blowing. I went around the school to see how the students are actually being taught and why it is called a smart school. So these are the exteriors, these are the designs, so beautiful. All right, let's go to the interior. In this smart green school Owo campus, there are cameras mounted all over the school environment and classrooms and the stairs, so that the children are well secured in this environment. That's really amazing. And here is when I was talking with one of the supervisors and she was explaining to me how all the camera angles are monitored and all the children are well protected. And here is their computer room, well equipped. We also have their basic technology hub. Here they learn mechatronic activities. They learn how to assemble and repair. This is really amazing. This is really, really, really amazing. I am so impressed. This is their AI machine. This is one of their experienced teachers, telling us how it works. Here is their science lab. And here is their music class, well equipped with all music instruments. We have the drums, guitar, keyboard, and etc. Also, here is their classroom, beautiful classroom. Here are my friends, say hi. And this is me trying to feed one of my friends, helping her drink her water. Good girl, drink up, clap for yourself, yay. Okay, the governor does not just take care of their education, he also ensures that they are fed well. These kids are provided with lunch every day in school. God indeed bless our dear governor, His Excellency Peter Ndubisi. All right, here are the kids eating yam and beans. I mean, it's a very, very balanced meal. I wish I'm these children right now. That's the playground, very beautiful and serene. Thank you guys for watching. There's more to see around, okay? See you guys in my next video. Wait a minute, what are these old people doing here?
That was exceptional. This exemplary institution embodies the essential components of quality education. I mean, we talk about the accessible and inclusive education for all, conducive learning environment, adequate instructional materials and technology, and then you have qualified instructors and supportive staff. That's great, really great. By providing a comprehensive and free education, the Smart Green School empowers Enugu's youth to become tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and change makers. Governor Peter Mba's initiative serves as a model for education reform, inspiring other leaders to prioritize the future of the Nigerian children. Now, I remember the words of Nelson Mandela that education is the most powerful tool by which anybody, especially a nation, can use to change the world. So the Smart Green School is a shining testament to this truth. So I give thumbs up to Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State. Now, away from this, the chairman of the United Nigerian Airlines, political economist, and former governorship candidate in Anambra State, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, has lambasted the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, accusing him of displaying a deafening silence amidst the unabated insecurity in Anambra State. Anambra State, you all know, the territory once labeled as the safest state in Nigeria under the first term of former Governor Willie Obiano, is now jostling for the position of the most dangerous state to live in Nigeria. Individuals who own big or posh cars are unable to use them due to daily kidnapping and abductions of civilians. Killings, thuggery, and racial activities are the order of the day. The security agencies are themselves helpless. Now, just 2 days ago, some policemen were ambushed and their vehicles burnt at Nnewi, a commercial hub of the state. In an interview with Vanguard, Professor Obiora called Governor Soludo an intellectual narcissist who travels to any place well guarded by armed forces and convoy, while the people of Anambra State are left at the mercy of insecurity. Now, let me quote him directly. He said, "Looking at it now, things are not as they ought to be. And the most unfortunate situation is that there seems not to be anything going on in terms of a visible plan or strategy or even investment in the security architecture of Anambra State to make things better. That makes me wonder if it is a design that suits Soludo, a design that will keep people away from the state, and he thinks that is the cheapest and easiest way for him to have a second term, which now seems to be the only agenda on his table." Soludo is an intellectual narcissist. He is someone who believes only in his own knowledge and does not think that other people know as much. People like him have never made good leaders. That is why Anambra is in a mess. End of quote. Now, the gist of this interview was that Professor Obiora sees Governor Soludo's personality as a success. I mean, somebody who has achieved a lot intellectually, academically, and even socially. I mean, he was a former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So he has achieved a lot in terms of for himself alone. However, in the perspective of Professor Obiora, Governor Soludo is a total failure for 3 reasons. The insecurity in the state, the yet-to-be-seen Dubai and Taiwan of Africa, and then the governor's dishonest employment of power of incumbency to win election in all local government areas of the state. And finally, Professor Obiora asked Governor Soludo not to complain when a greater power attempts to manipulate elections in the state. Now, moving forward, Reno Mokri, a popular social media personality, activist, and a staunch critic of the obedient movement, has been under fire for his recent endorsement of President Tinubu. Now, before I tell you why he's trending, let me give you part of his words. On social media, he stated, "I fully endorse President Tinubu's reforms. Life is a one-time opportunity. Use it well. Make peace with those willing to make peace with you, and only make war with those who have themselves first made war with you. Britain and America fought Germany and Japan. After the war, the victorious allies were the same people who rebuilt Germany and Japan. Only a madman fights because he likes fighting. I am not a madman. People fight for interests. And what are my interests? I have been a public intellectual for the last 31 years of my 50 years on earth. In that time, my core values and interests have been that Nigeria must remain one indivisible country. I was against President Tinubu because when he won the All Progressive Congress presidential primaries on June 8, 2022, he said he would continue from where Buhari stopped. I felt dismayed that he would choose the anniversary of Abacha's death to say that he would continue with the policies of Buhari, Abacha's protege. However, since he was sworn in, President Tinubu has demonstrated that he is keeping faith with the progressive ideas of the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo and the late visionary Kankafo Moshood Abiola. As such, my stance on the president has changed, and I offer him my right hand of fellowship to continue reforming Nigeria and get her to her pre-1966 level of greatness. End of quote. Viewers, I believe you now know why he is trending. Now look what he said in the past about the President Tinubu.
Criminal. Listen, I'm going to read for you something on the website of the Department of Justice, and I'm going to put it in the description box of this video so you can watch it yourself. Now, I'm quoting $160,000 drug money to the government. So it's an asset forfeiture You know, he does not have the right to say that he was not convicted or is not a criminal. He is a criminal. And so that's what I'm trying to tell Nigerians. This has nothing to do. Nobody is paying me. Nobody is hyping me. I'm doing this for patriotic reasons, for love of my country. We cannot have a known drug lord as our president. No. And if Bola Tinubu is saying that what I've said is wrong, let him take me to court. It's a simple matter.
Wow. Some people are saying that he wants political favor from the president. That's why he has aligned with him. Well, it is quite understandable that Reno's praise of the president is being received with revulsion by many Nigerians. This is because, regardless of the huge efforts and policies President Tinubu has been making, majority of Nigerians are still hungry until their bellies are satisfied. The president is not doing well. However, Reno's statement simply confirms a popular adage that in politics, there are no permanent friends and enemies. That's all I have for you on this edition of Gist Villa. Thank you, viewers, for listening to me. If you like my videos, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments, share my videos, and then subscribe to the Diaspora Digital Media for more fantastic and exciting news and stories. I remain Ultra Sign.